Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SasquatchLabs. This is Darren, your sassiest of Sasquatches. Something, whatever. I don't know. Anyways, we got a special guest tonight. We're going to call him Doc, because why not? And we're going to go through and we're going to do some story Diablo 3. We're going to talk about some shit. We're going to just be goofy, hopefully. So, how's it going, sir?
It's going good. How you doing, Sasquatch?
I'm not bad. You can call me Sasquatch, Yeti, Frumpa, Darren. I don't give a shit. Just saying.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, what we're gonna do here is just give a little. What we're gonna start with. We're gonna go through the story. We're both gonna play on a 60 tune. This is not your main. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. This happens to be my main. Go ahead.
I main a barbarian, an offshoot of the whirlwind builds that we all knew and loved back in the day. You had to change some things up in accordance with the 2.0.1 patch that came out. So now I'm running a witch doctor.
Right on. I've got my barb. That's kind of my main. Unfortunately, it's my only 60 at the moment, just because I haven't put the time in to really increase. And I run a variant of the whirlwind build. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna play the story. We're gonna kind of let it do its talking thing when we feel like it, and we're just gonna talk and be goofy, hopefully. So we'll see how it goes. So let's get through this first little intro bit here. Shut up. And we will
just kill some zombies here.
Kill some zombies. Yeah,
Zombie killing.
Whoop. I can't see your damage numbers. I didn't realize that was like that. Do you have to turn that on, I wonder?
You really can only see your own.
I thought you could see everybody else's. I don't play in party very often at all.
Well, it's good for the drop rate, so hopefully we'll get some cool legendaries tonight for your viewers.
That would be awesome.
Show off some cool items. If you can see, I'm running a pet build here. The entire idea is just to get as many pets as possible, so that I can sit back and do my damage.
That's
this bat ability that I have allows me to channel, and it doesn't cost me any mana. Just it costs an initial cast. And then I can channel like this, and it does pretty good damage. Plus, it hits really quickly, which procs my little voodoo people there at the bottom, little fetish psychopaths.
See, that's kind of a variant of the pet build for the Necromancer from D2.
Correct, and that's what I was going for. Huge D2 fan. I loved the Necromancer. I loved my pets. So I wanted to try to do something like that. I'm still fine tuning this build, but I'm pretty happy with it.
Right on. All right, so I'm going to go through and kind of show off what I've got. And as you can see, I'm a level 60 Paragon of 7s. Not great. Unbuffed, 32,547 damage, 480,000 toughness, and 4,428 healing. I got what am I rocking? 2 legendaries at the moment. Echoing Fury, it's only at 1,000 DPS damage. Stats are up there right now. It's not bad. This was an auction house grab because I was lazy for a long time. And then I've got Eviscerators Coop, whatever. This was because I am running that whirlwind build, a lot of life on a hit, and that was kind of the only way to stay alive. Decent pair of boots, just kind of whatever boots. They're actually required level 54. Might need to update those.
I got some boots for you. I was telling you before we started recording, so your listeners didn't hear, but I got some boots for you here, buddy. There you go. I recently upgraded a lot of the gear on my barb as the auction house was closing. I got things that were really cheap. That mighty weapon there for you as well. Doesn't have life on hit, I don't believe. I think I might have one that has life on hit. But one of the things you can do with the whirlwind barb is you can actually survive purely off of lifesteal. This is a temporary solution. At level 70, lifesteal will have 0 effect. Right now, it's 10% of the effect that it says on the item. So if it's 2.9% of damage dealt is converted to life, it's really 0.29%. But still, when you're using a whirlwind barb and you're critting for 250k and you're hitting 20 things at a time, that's quite a bit of life return.
Right, absolutely. That's a minor upgrade. These boots are actually not an upgrade for me, surprisingly enough.
They are not, okay.
No, if pure stats wise, because here, if you want to inspect me, you can. But my boots are 208 strength, 202 vit. It's got an ancient spear damage, which I don't actually use. But I don't use a Hammer of the Ancients either. So it's pretty fair trade. Let me look at what you got.
The one thing nice about it, though, is the movement speed. That movement speed will help you a lot when you're whirlwinding around. Are you still using Run Like the Wind?
Nope. Here, let's go over my build real quick. I'm using Frenzy as my main attack with Maniac as my rune, and then Rend with Lacerate. I use Ground Stomp with the Retching Smath to pull everybody in, Revenge with Retribution, Leap with the Iron Impact, and Whirlwind with Volcanic Eruptions. And so basically my rotation is to leap in and then Ground Smash, pull everybody in and stun. And then I Rend and Whirlwind till I'm out of Fury. And it really does
rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat, right. It does a pretty good job, and I'm running Bloodthirst, Ruthless, and Weapon Mastery for my passives. I've been running this build since about level 50, variations, of course, and it's actually done really well for me. There's with Frenzy, Rend, and Revenge. And I run the Revenge too, of course. That's enough DPS for single targets, and then between the Whirlwind, Revenge, and Rend again, my AoE is good enough that, and then with the stun of the Ground Stomp, it's basically a stun lot. It works really well. I'm pretty happy with this build.
I run pretty similar. I use sorry, didn't mean to dirty up the room there, bro. Sorry.
No, you're good.
One of the things I do with my build is I try to jump in. I use the Call of Ariat on my leap. That pulls them in. It's also a Fury generator. That's the biggest thing, the biggest change between the old Whirlwind builds and the current ones, is that you just can't generate the same Fury with the Whirlwind alone. You can't use the Run Like the Wind little tornadoes to generate Fury for you, because every time they would hit, it would generate Fury, or when they would crit, rather. You can't use that anymore, so you really need Fury generators. I have the rune on Whirlwind that allows you to generate Fury per enemy hit when you have a mighty, or with per hit, plus I use the Weapons Master and have a mighty weapon in my main hand, so that allows me to maintain my Fury while whirlwinding. But I have to use a couple other filters, like I have to use the charge with stamina that gives me 10 Fury per enemy hit, things like that.
Very nice. That one ring is better than my legendary ring.
Smart loot, sir. Smart loot.
Yeah, and I haven't put enough time, and I got a set piece on my hands. It's not too bad of a piece, but yeah, actually the couple pieces of loot, their gear that you just dropped, helped me up to 55,000 damage.
Nice.
And almost 600,000 toughness. Pretty nice. All right, so let's look at. Let's take a look at what you're wearing right now.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go through it deep. I'm just gonna kind of look at it. But if you want to talk about it, go right ahead. Start wherever you want.
The legendary that I have is nice. It gives me intelligence, vitality, mana regen. The stun on hit is nice. I'm not using the legendary ability, Corpse Spiders. I don't find Corpse Spiders to be usable. Matter of fact, I'm not a big fan of any of the Witch Doctor's basic free costing attacks. Boots' main thing is they give me a little bit of vitality, a little bit of intelligence, and movement speed. Resol is nice as well. My offhand gives me a lot of plus damage, a little bit of vitality and intelligence. Of course, regenerates the mana, that's huge as well, and increases my critical hit chance. Same thing with bracers, crit, chance, intelligence, res all. And then the poison skill is doing a percentage of damage. This is something that I've been toying around with on a couple of my characters, this elemental plus damage that they just introduced in their most recent patch. I'm finding it to be extremely effective in terms of the overall damage output that it makes your elemental abilities do. The nice thing about it is it will actually increase the damage of, say, if your weapon itself had poison damage, then any skills that use your primary weapon's damage, which is basically all of them, will gain that 13% increase. So it's pretty interesting mechanic. I got the 2 set rings there that summon a skeleton, which is cool because I'm just going for more pets. And then I like the legendary mask that I have. The guy kind of looks like he's crazy with his eyeball shifting around, and I don't know why the witch doctors shake like they have some sort of like Tourette's. It's pretty funny. If you just watch them, they're just
well, he's just channeling his inner Michael J. Fox.
Right. Well, we can go back to the future later.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so you're using your rabid dogs, which is I have a low level, and I've been using the dogs. I've been kind of going that same. I've been using the bats, the dogs, and the grasp. I like that combination too. I was a pretty heavy necromancer as well. So I had 2 of them actually because I couldn't decide between a caster necro and a pet necro, so I built one of each. The stupid respec.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I've seen even caster witch doctors use the zombie dogs. I think they're one of the most commonly used abilities on witch doctor builds from what I've seen. I mean, they tank pretty well.
Yeah.
They have a couple of different abilities. You can have them, which I'm going for, just more damage. They do a little poison damage. Or you can have them explode and do fire damage and then respawn them type thing. Or you can have them proc your life on hit, which is pretty nice. So
that is pretty nice.
There's a lot of different utility you can get out of the dogs. Plus, they block things. They tank for you.
Yeah, that's always nice for sure. I'm going to throw this stuff in my chest just for now, and we can sort that back out later. What do you say? You want to wreck some face?
Yeah, let's fucking destroy things.
All right. Go in here and talk to Leah real quick. Now, if you don't know the story, I'll kind of let it play a little bit, just in case you're new to Diablo 3 in general or the series. If you don't know, it's a dungeon crawler. It's not the first, but it's probably the first good one. Diablo, the series itself. Diablo 1 came out, I want to say it was about 96?
Yeah, right around there.
95, 96, and it was an achievement considering that it was designed to run on Windows 95 hardware, which was just unheard of at the time. Just the massive amount of that level. I actually played it on an real old Windows 95 laptop, and it even played well on that. You know, the thing the size of a frickin' brick.
Right.
You know, you could beat somebody to living death with it. It might as well have been a weapon in Diablo. So yeah, we're gonna. I don't know if you caught the story there. I'm gonna kind of hover over it a little bit. You know, here's your. You get your. What the hell is he?
Blacksmith.
Blacksmith. Thank you. Get your blacksmith from the start. Mine is currently sitting at artisan, just because why not? Sitting a little over $1 million gold because I'm lazy. And go talk to this guy and he heals you, whatever. These are just standard ass talk to people, NPCs.
Yeah, you got a healer in town. You got a couple of merchants that sell different types of gear.
It's mostly trash.
Right. So it's basically just a place for you to repair your gear. When you die, your gear degrades a little bit. Is the only real death penalty in this. As you get to higher levels with better gear, it costs exponentially more and more to repair. So at some point, it actually does have an effect. But for all intents and purposes, dying doesn't really count for anything unless you're playing hardcore.
I was just gonna say, unless of course you play in hardcore, and at that point, once you die, that character's dead.
Right.
I did see earlier today. I did see that there was a glitch recently that caused some hardcore characters to die in instances where they shouldn't have, and Blizzard is considering offering a one-time only res on those. So that's for any of you hardcore characters something to definitely keep an eye out.
I saw a bug was allows people to use these legendary boots that leave damaging fire trails in your wake. Somehow it's bugged out right now and can actually do damage to friendly players.
Oh, geez.
And people have been using it to troll hardcore lobbies.
Oh,
which
that would
to
be
me,
horrible.
I know that would piss me off so much. But to me, it's like if you're really playing hardcore, I mean, I just wouldn't even be in a situation to trust other people or not. Like I would just play solo or with friends exclusively.
Exactly. I would definitely not risk it. Did you?
Right.
No, there you are.
Oh yeah, I didn't go in the dungeon. If you did,
No worries.
I'm just over here killing zombies.
Oh, I haven't actually sat down and played this in a while. I think we may actually need to up the difficulty a little bit. This is a little too easy, I think.
Yeah, hey, level!
Yay! I feel like a man.
Alright, now explain what just happened, because we're at level 60. So what does that mean that you just leveled?
There's what's called a Paragon system. And, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is capless now. Used to be, what, 100 per character or something like that?
Correct, yeah.
And it's now capless, so as you can see, our buddy over here, Doc, is sitting at 104, which allows him to... Every level gives you a static increase of your 4 base stats. And then on top of that, which is a Loot 2.0 new bug, or new feature, which allows you to put basically whatever you want into whatever you want. And as soon as we get out of this fight, which there's some mini bosses around here, so that's kind of why it's taking a little bit longer.
These guys hit hard too.
Yeah, they do. So much for that level increase. Oh, don't get stuck in that green shit. Good lord. Fucking...
Yeah, the ground poison. Oh, jeez. I'm standing in the fire chains. Oh, fire bad. Oh, man.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, I died. Oh, yeah, this is new as well. You can now revive at your corpse, last checkpoint, or in town, which is great. And there's no penalty for doing any, basically. So, you come back full life, too, don't you? Yeah, you do. Great. Sweet.
Yeah, you do. You just take that durability hit on your items. So. Oh, speaking of dying.
Stupid quill fiends. Come here. One left. Oh, I hate those teleporters, man. They're such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, because it's like, all right, I got you, and they're gone.
Oh, for a melee though, that's. Oh, look at that! I got a legendary.
Nice.
Oh,
on the first elite pack that we face.
Let's see what we got. It's a two-hander, which I don't usually use. So.
Yeah, the two-handers haven't been rolling very well recently.
Oh, not bad. Let's see. What is it? Party? Yeah. See if I can
/P.
Yep, I remember how to do it now. That's not bad, actually. It is a damage decrease, but my toughness and my healing would go up. I'm probably not going to use it for now. I might play with it later, though.
Are you running Weapons Master as one of your passive abilities?
Yep.
Well, that would actually help you in your Whirlwind, then.
It would, but I'm not going to mess with my build right now. Anyways, so the Paragon. Once you reach level 60 and above, you get Paragon, which I'm a Paragon 8 now. So that means I'm basically 68. And then you get to every one level, you get to increase either your core, your offense, your defense, or your utility.
Right, and it alternates. It goes through the 4 each level. You get a different one in sequence.
Yeah, exactly. So this one I got utility, which would be my second point into utility. I put hit on life because for my first point, mostly because I was still gear checking at that point. At this point, since I do run a lot of AoE, I think I'm probably going to do area damage. I think. Yeah,
area damage is pretty nice. I generally focus on survivability until I know that I'm at a place where, because I mean, worst case scenario, it takes me longer to kill things, but at least I stay alive, right?
Yeah, I like that idea. So I think I would go ahead and put that second point into hit on life, because why not? I have a lot of that right now, so we'll stick with that for the time being. All right.
Can't ever hurt to have more.
Exactly. And again, your 4 core, was it 4 now? However many, your core stats also increase every paragon. Does that? I don't think that affects the difficulty much, does it?
The paragon level does not. The difficulty's affected based off of your character level. Obviously, we're 60. And most people that will be playing in these torment difficulties are going to be 60. So it's affected by the difficulty you choose, be it normal, hard, master, torment, or torment 1 through 6. There's 6 different levels of torment. We're playing on the easiest or the least difficult of those right now. It's also affected by the players in your party. So it's going to be easier torment 1 with 1 person than it would be with 2, 3, or 4 people. The enemies don't hit as hard. They have less life when you're playing solo, things like that.
Right. So that's good. I'm generally a solo player, so being able to increase the difficulty would pre-patch 2.0, where you had their current version of monster power. That was convenient. Right. Being able to up it to, or I guess it wasn't monster power. I'm thinking players 8 or whatever that hack was in 2. Being able to increase that was nice. I like even though it's similar, it's more towards the console style of just increasing your difficulty rather than actually progressing into it. I actually think it does fit better to the overall sense of the game. So,
yeah, I'd agree with that.
I think it's good. I think it's a good mix. I'm now 62k damage buffed up with Fury. Not too bad. That was a big increase all of a sudden.
To give you an idea, we're playing on Torment 1 right now. Your Whirlwind Barb was 62k buffed DPS, 62,000 DPS. My Whirlwind Barb is 150 buffed.
Right.
And I can run on Torment 4, but that's about it. I could do 5, but it would take forever. So I really don't do it. It would just take forever to kill things. And the fun thing about Diablo is running through and killing things and getting loot. So I want to kill more things, get more loot.
Yeah, and it's funny because I have a 67, I think he is, wizard that I pulled out the other day after this patch went live. Oh god, I gotta get out of this shit. I'm gonna die. Anyways, and I didn't even realize at first that you could go into Torment as soon as it was available. Like, as soon as you had a 60, anybody can go to Torment. So I was like, oh, fuck this, I'm going to go in and see what happens. So I went in Torment 1 with a 57, whatever he was, wizard, that was like 8k DPS. I killed like 2 people after a half an hour, leveled up. That was great.
Yeah, there's a lot of diversity in the difficulties now. I mean, I have friends that have better equipped characters than my barbarian that still only play on Torment 1 because they feel like that's the most efficient farming for them. They feel like they get the most gear, the best gear.
If you're
that
strictly
way
farming for, say, gems and gear, I can see that. Is the gear really that much of an increase? Going up to tournament, it's not so much that the gear.
You get more, an increase.
You get more. Not even, I don't think, is it? It's
no. You don't get more gear. You get higher percentage chances of legendaries dropping.
That's what it was. Okay.
But the balance comes in. Okay, is it better to have a higher chance of getting a legendary when I'm killing less things, or is it better to go with the lower chance when I'm killing way more things?
Right.
So that's where the balance comes in.
Well, and that,
personally,
go ahead.
I like playing on a higher difficulty. I like being challenged a little bit at least. I don't want to just mindless point and click.
Right. Got plenty of other games.
So I try to play on the right. I enjoy playing on the highest torment difficulty that I can, without dying constantly. Right. Because at that point, I'm not really progressing because it costs me a bunch of money to repair my gear all the time. Right. But
it's something I don't get on this difficulty very often. I just got a massacre.
Right.
But yeah, I think for me personally, I would rather play. And easier is the wrong term, but I'd rather play a slightly more efficient. Yeah, I'd rather not die every 10 minutes. I'd still like a challenge. Like, at this point, maybe I could go through MP1 and be fairly efficient at it because I hit the wrong thing and I dinged my Paragon, apparently. Just because I went from 25k to 50k in like a few hours of playing just because of the new loot system.
Right.
So, like, I think I could probably go through Paragon 2, but at this point, I'd still probably just go through Paragon 1. Just for the sheer efficientness of not getting my ass killed every time I turn around. So that seems more efficient to me. Alright, so I got a core.
So
I'm going to go keep putting it right in strength in my core, because why the fuck not?
So in terms of story, we just talked to Leah. And Leah is now saying, based off of what's been going on around the town and the uprising, the undead, that we need to consult her uncle, Deckard Cain, who is a famous character in the Diablo universe, Diablo lore.
If you don't know Deckard, go watch some other YouTube videos. Preferably, well, no, don't do that because you're watching mine. But, Deckard, in Diablo 1, Deckard was basically your only source of real information as far as everything, basically. He identified all your items.
Right.
He was the main source. He was the main plot point. He moved everything along for you. And he transitioned right into Diablo 2 and it kind of kept it going. Same type of deal. He got himself in a little bit of trouble in Diablo 2 and had to be saved. And that's where you Griswold from Diablo 1, who is the
blacksmith.
Why can't I remember that word tonight? Seriously. That is the second time.
No comment, man. No comment. I'm just going to let that go.
It is not that hard of a word. Blacksmith.
Well, for some people it is.
Hey. Anyways, in Diablo.
All right, so Leah's now going to open this giant lock for us that apparently we couldn't do ourselves.
Yes, because I'm a
that's
barbarian
good.
Carrying a humongous sword and hammer is incapable.
Right, and I mean, my giant gargantuan zombie with Down syndrome, he couldn't smash through it either. So
that's naughty.
Why that is, I have no idea. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't want to know at that point. So
he's got like hooks hanging out of his back and shit. He's got some skulls.
As politically incorrect as it may be, if he's a giant with Down syndrome, does that make him as strong as 10 Down giants?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at him. If you run over here by him and press Z to zoom in on him, Let me see if I can get him facing the camera. And just look at him. Look at him staring up at the sky. What? What's over there? What's the starry sky?
Okay.
He's just got downs.
That's horrible, but funny. I like it. We'll go with it.
Yeah. I'm gonna call him Billy Bob. That's what I'm gonna call him.
You get Angelina upset.
Oh, that's her right there. Look at her. We just killed her adopted Russian babies.
Oh,
look at that.
Yes, beautiful. Maybe we'll get some money for.
Oh, watch out for the
don't
ice.
Get frozen. I like how Leah doesn't get frozen. By the way.
Right.
Like, no, she's too pivotal to the plot.
All the loot. Alright, got some gems. Got some gold.
And some experience.
Got a bunch of crappy items that I have no use for.
Yeah, I think that's... Same here. I have to admit, I think it's humorous that, Diablo 2, whenever you got a yellow item, it was like, oh, yes, I got a yellow item. And now it's like, oh, I get a yellow item. It's like, oh, come on, this thing's junk. Like, it's not even an off spec. I can't even give that to any of my characters because it's too crappy.
Right.
Boy, how the times change. We're too easily amused. It's not shiny enough unless it's orange.
I mean, the game's come a long way since release. That's for sure. It's definitely.
It is not the same game. I mean, I've been
way better state.
Yeah, I've been playing this since day one. I mean, I was involved in all the crap just trying to get into it, and I go so far as back as I actually had part of the demo. I was in it was a demo, but the beta. I was in the beta of it, so I played it before release. And it is not. I mean, yeah, it looks the same and kind of plays the same and everything, but it is not the same game by any stretch of the imagination at all. I mean, like.
There's been a couple of articles that have come out that have called it Diablo 3.5.
Yeah, and that's
which is pretty accurate, or I mean, it might even be Diablo 4. I mean, when I came back to the game after not playing it for 6 months, just because I had gotten to the end game, and I would get 2 legendaries a week, and I'd be playing my Witch Doctor, and they both have strength on them, and I'd just get pissed off because I never got an item that I could actually use. Yeah, I came back. I had to reset all of my skills because they changed the way almost every skill in the game worked.
Yeah, I think
they just rebalanced everything.
On my barb, at least, all my skills stayed the same, I believe. But all the runes, I think all but one of the runes got changed around after my big break, after I ran to 60 because it's gonna be great, have brand new end game and all that. It was like,
right.
I guess he'll just face roll the keyboard. It really felt like the gear check bosses in WoW. I mean, it was just like rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. It just got old so fast. And honestly, I feel just the loop 2.0 and the few changes. Well, I guess not few, but the changes they made to a lot of the skills really reinvented the game in a lot of ways. And I think with the addition of the Crusader and the new act, I really think it's going to be even more so. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think the Crusader is going to add some missing elements in terms of the character trees that we have right now, especially when it comes to group play. It's a very group-based class. I mean, it sounds to me like it's a support tank. I didn't get a chance to play the beta myself, but from everything that I've been reading, people that have played it and put tons of hours into the Crusader, it is capable of doing an acceptable amount of DPS, but it's not going to be a character that's going to out DPS a wizard or a demon hunter, one of those classes that specializes in that.
It seems to,
but it's going to fill a void because it's going to be a true tank, supposedly.
Right. And even though Blizzard will never say it, it's basically, it is the paladin. Acceptable at doing everything. It's kind of like a multi-function printer. does everything well, just doesn't specialize in anything. And, you know, that sounds kind of weird, but, I mean, it really is. Like, it doesn't do anything perfectly, by any means. But it does everything okay. Like, it could be better, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's supposed to be blue, but it printed green, but it's a really nice green.
It's a little bit. Just a little bit off.
It's like an emerald.
Yeah,
it's like an emerald green.
We can totally justify our complete and utter fuck-up because it's emerald. It's beautiful. You'll like it.
I just hope that Blizzard isn't listening. It didn't hear our little analogy, and then like, oh shit, we should sell printer ink cartridges for Diablo that allows you to get more game time.
They already have $80 mice. Why not?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Well, all right. Oh, goblin, treasure goblin.
Oh, I forgot he doesn't stun.
Oh fuck! Why are you running
he
away?
Doesn't stun with my stomp. Where he disappeared into the wall for a second.
Yeah, he's here. I'm chasing him. He's running. Oh god, elites. Oh god. Oh no, he's getting away.
No, he's not. He's still right
Fucker.
Here.
Oh,
Did he get away?
Oh, was there a second one?
Maybe.
No. Yeah.
Oh god, I'm in the chains.
We'll just kill the elites here.
Oh Jesus. Oh, potion. I was really disappointed with the whole, like, no pot run in the beginning. I should probably say potions, I suppose. Like, the health globes was such a disappointment to me. Like, I really, like, it just feels like Baldur's Gate. Like, that was my analogy to it. And I'm pleasantly surprised at how little it actually affects anything. Like, it doesn't slow down the game, and I don't mind the cooldowns on the potions, and I do like the fact that, by the way, if you don't know, the potions now, there is no, like, levels of potions.
There's no tier.
They're all 60% of your life. Just boom, done, cool. So there's no tier anymore, and I think it's kind of a dumbed-down version. It's like, oh, you don't have to pay attention anymore, but at the same time, it's like, you know, that was just unnecessary fluff at that point, really. It's like, just let me streamline it. And it can't...
Yeah, I think it's a better system. I mean, because otherwise what happened is I always had stacks and stacks of useless potions whenever I unlocked the next one that I just ended up selling to a vendor.
Yeah,
and so it was pointless.
You know, I'd throw like one stack into my chest just so my next character would have a stack already. That was all I ever did. Just thought of something. Just in case you didn't know, where we are right now, the cathedral is actually the same cathedral as in Diablo 1. This is the exact same.
Bring it back.
It's obviously not the same layout because Diablo 1 was very random. It was randomly generated. I don't think I ever saw the same design twice in that game. And I don't even know how many times I've played through it. It was so randomly. It was great. I loved it. But, yeah.
Why is he running away?
He's afraid of your Downy. I mean, let's be honest. I'd be afraid of that Downy, too. Deckard Cain.
Hey, dude, he's retard strong.
And that's Mr. Cain, and he's going to walk away. And, you know, all these little things running around are completely normal to him, because why not?
Right.
Oh.
The next quest sequence, we should just listen to Deckard Cain talk. If we could let our guests that are watching just enjoy that. Just enjoy
Deckard Cain.
Deckard Cain.
Volume up just a little bit so he can hear it.
You got to get in on this goodness.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end
has begun. Yeah, that's Mr. Cain.
It's Deckard. If you can't tell, they're trying to make him sound very old.
And if you are unaware, the events of Diablo 3 happened 20 years after Diablo 2. And I think it's what is it, 25 years or so after D1, something like that. And he was an old man in D1, so
Right.
Beating him
Right.
in his old crowd.
stay a while and listen.
He knows of its whereabouts.
I mean, at this point, he's senile. So if you look on his back, he's got a little pack there. Those look like scrolls, but no. Those are actually adult diapers.
I was gonna go with colostomy, but diapers, that's good too.
They look like scrolls, but they're rolled up
Yes.
diapers. He has to change
They're
them
the
a
reusable
lot.
kind. He has to go down to the creek, rinse them out. He's got a washboard. He makes music, drinks gin and juice because apparently he's with Snoop Dogg. It's perfect.
Yeah, and he's got his nurse Leah is his niece.
Yes.
She just changes his diapers, wipes his ass all the time.
Yes.
Uses those baby wipes, so he's nice and smooth.
If you don't use them already, get the fucking the adult baby wipes. They are amazing, by the way. Just saying.
Whoa,
heard me right.
whoa.
You heard me.
What do you?
You heard me.
All right, just making
I'm
sure.
a cranky old man. And those things are fucking amazing. They're butt saunas. It's like taking your ass straight up to a sauna. It is the best thing. It is worth the $5 or whatever the hell they cost. It is so worth it.
Whoa, $5 each?
It's like a pack of 100.
Oh, okay.
You get them at whatever, big...
Jesus, $5 each. Like, they better be amazing.
Oh, Hedrick, your wife. Sorry, Mira, whatever your name is. But yeah.
There's an achievement in this game for letting the blacksmith kill his own wife. Yeah, if he gets the final hit, there's an achievement for it. And he even says some different stuff. He's like, I can't believe I had to do that.
I did not know that.
Well, your wife was a zombie, a raging zombie. I know she does that, 1 week out of every month anyways, but we had to put her down. Enough was enough. Enough was... Well, sometimes they stretch it out just to get pity, let's be honest.
Still better than getting the headache every time I turn around.
Yeah.
I am returning to town.
Oh, you know what? I very rarely play this with audio on. I didn't even know they say that they're coming back to town.
I think they added that.
I'm just gonna drop some shit.
There's also some emotes that you can do through chat by pressing the number keys on the number pad.
Can you dance yet? Because that's all I care about.
Get going.
My guy kind of dances when he casts a spell. Does like the Harlem Shake. Look at that. Bring it down now.
No, can't dance.
I go now.
It's too bad.
You bring this on yourself. I will kill you.
I got some moves going there.
I asked if the achievement was still there. They said they removed a bunch of the achievements in 2.0. I don't know, personally.
That's a good
Can you
question.
check that?
I was not aware that they
You can check
removed
that in
achievements.
game.
Yeah, just why?
Yeah.
Oh. And I don't know if it's under the act challenges.
my
I mean, there's
God,
so many
yeah.
achievements in this.
I probably campaign. Probably Act 1. I've got everything up through the last Harad room. I'm assuming this is probably strictly for this difficulty, so. And as you can see, if you check out my hardcore, none. I don't play hardcore because that's dumb.
It looks like they may have removed it.
may
Your
be
viewer
right,
may have
good
been
sir.
correct. I'm not seeing it here. Well, that's too bad because it was pretty funny.
I would have definitely checked that out.
It had a snarky title and everything. It was...
Alright. Well, I am emptied out, so I'd say I'm going to go ahead on... Where are we going? Weeping Wallow? Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go through the.
You should now. You can click right on the flag, and it should bring you right to me now. Is that correct?
Yeah, or I can right click
Is that
on your
what it is?
portrait
Okay.
in game.
I knew they
click
changed
teleport
something.
player. Oh, either or.
I couldn't remember exactly what that change was. Like I said, I very rarely play multiplayer because I'm not sociable like that. Because most people get intimidated by my beard. Sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Right.
I need to.
Right.
One of these days, I need to hold some kind of contest to see who gets to pick what I do to my beard next. It's not big enough to do like the big, what is that guy? The hell band was that? That dude had the big long thing. No.
ZZ Top?
Not the ZZ Top beard. Oh, that's the full beard. I'm talking.
You had a pretty long beard, sir. And the ZZ Top. You're like, oh, the guy with the beard, really big beard. I'm like, ZZ Top. You're like, no, not him. He had a pretty big fucking beard.
Well, it's not exactly what I was talking about. Can't hear nothing.
All right. Well, I know the contest hasn't officially opened or whatnot, but or if there's a poll that you're gonna do, my vote would be that you shave your beard and replace the hair with pubic hair that you purchased off eBay. That's my vote.
Oh well. I don't know how to respond to that.
Just say yes. I mean, no.
I don't think I don't.
I mean, I'll even PayPal you the money for
Can you
eBay.
even
How about
buy
that?
pubic hair on eBay? That seems like that's.
God, you can buy everything
one of those
else.
things that like you can't buy human body parts. That seems like one of those things that you shouldn't be able to buy there. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Ooh,
mean,
we got big guys up here.
Elites.
Fat bastards. Oh, I hate those. Those stupid. Oh, man. They got me with that laser of death.
Yeah, the arcane
those
hurts.
things knock you right out. Wife just called me a nerd. Did
She is correct.
He is indeed.
Hater?
Hater?
Did she say taters? No, I'm
Taters
hungry.
or hater? Wife? Did you say tater or haters? What did you say?
I guess I'm just a hater.
You're just a hater. Nothing wrong with hating on nerds.
Because all you do is eat a bunch of
As long as you're not hating
All you gotta do is
taters.
Eat a bunch of turds. Can you hear her?
Wow, take the dick out of your ear.
Yes.
Apparently, I'm completely deaf with my headphones on.
Well, that makes sense because there's just sounds of zombies dying in my head, my ears right now. That's all I'm hearing. Zombies and your barbarian
He's got
yelling.
the manliest yell ever. I gotta hate to imagine what he's like in bed.
He probably won't stop spinning.
He won't stop spinning.
He's just doing.
You imagine men and
Oh man.
Well, I'm surprised that I had actually gotten a Paragon level there earlier. It's taken so long to level
right.
now. I mean, it went pretty quick from 1 to 100, and once it hit 100, it just
What did
felt like I
hit?
was hitting a
3
brick
today
wall.
So far?
Although I'm sure there's.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it was
3 or 4.
So yeah. Yeah, it's not too bad.
And you got a legendary from
Yeah,
the very
exactly.
first elite pack you fought. That was pretty
Haven't
cool.
got trash since, but whatever. I've been thinking about taking out my leap. I like the armor buff from it. It's nice when I'm soloing, but I'm thinking about putting in, what is that called? The
Well, like I was saying, dude, try the leap with the Call of Ariat, and then you can you can get rid of your shout that pulls them in. You could put another damage dealer or a life, some other survivability or something.
What is it? The Call of the Ancient, no, Wrath of the Ancient, Wrath of the Berserker, and going all Super Saiyan on everybody. Yep. I did that for a little while before I started doing the Whirlwind build, when I was just doing like a standard DPS survivability build without Whirlwind. I saw somebody else that was doing a Berserker build critting for like 150k, way back in the day. And it's interesting and everything, but it's not as interesting to me, like, to play. It's fun to watch, for about 10 minutes, and then it's like, it's kind of boring. But taking out the lead, I like being able to jump around and everything, but...
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But
I just heard, thank you.
Yeah. But, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it would be very interesting to play, that's all.
It really works well with the Whirlwind build, to be honest. One of its abilities allows you, every time you critical hit, to cause an explosion that deals 300% weapon damage to all enemies in a certain area around the one that you criticaled. So it pairs really well with Whirlwind. Also, it gives you the ability to not be frozen or jailed, anything like that, and just increases your damage all around. So I run it on my Whirlwind build, and I pop it every time I run into an elite pack.
Yeah, how long does that last these days?
I think it's like 30 seconds, not very long.
It was all that long.
Oh, another one. Nice.
Cleaning up tonight. Oh, Lord. Jeez. I got set right on one of those freaking arcane balls.
Yeah. Okay, saw that. Okay, I can revive you. Oh.
So as you can see, if you can still die. Even though we've been walking through most of this, you run into that one elite pack and you get the right circumstances, it will kill you. I mean, you're Paragon 100 plus, and you got killed earlier on easiest of torment. I mean, it happens.
Yeah, I'm also a very squishy witch doctor. Although I have tried to focus on survivability a little bit. Initially, I did that because when the game first came out, the witch doctor's pets did not scale to your own stats, so they were pretty freaking worthless, to be honest. They got one shot by pretty much everything.
Pet build was the weakest by far.
Yeah. And then they buffed it, and it did scale with certain of your stats, your armor and your resol, and I think your vitality. But that was it. And it was still really wasn't enough. So you had to stack just like insane amounts of armor, vitality, and resol just to make your pets viable. And then the sacrifice of that is you lost all the damage capabilities that the witch doctor had, right? Yeah. By the way, I just got a pair of set pants. Yeah, I think they're blackthorns. Let's see here. I'll link them in the chat so you can show your viewers. They are blackthorns, and the cool thing about that too is I just got another pair of blackthorns on my 60 wizard, so I can give these to her.
Yeah, it's not bad. 2-piece gives you 250 fit, plus increased damage to the elites. That's nice.
Yeah. That's the nice part, yeah. And then the 4 set is really nice. The Desecrator, Molten, and Plagued, the 3 ground effects,
Right.
makes you immune to them.
I gotta get my Paragon here. As you can see, since I've gotten a few of these, it moves left to right, so. Gonna give myself some life regen. Oh yeah, I definitely think, going back to what we were talking about earlier with the overall change of the game. You know, you were a Diablo 2 player. I'm sure you remember you got Diablo 2 on launch, right? Or a little bit after, at least.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, right around launch, I think.
Nice. It was 14 years ago, so I didn't really expect you to remember off the top of your head, but seems like such a long time ago. I still remember it.
I was thinking back the other day when I remember one of the Blizzard games I was really into was Warcraft 3. And I remember I got that on launch. I had to buy a graphics card for my computer just to play it. I remember I was debating whether or not I should spend the more money to get the 128 megabyte graphics card or the 64 megabyte graphics card.
I remember.
I couldn't afford the 128.
When I had a Voodoo 3 video card. You remember that video card? Yeah, that was
I remember the Voodoos. Yeah.
That ran Diablo 2 effectively, because Blizzard has this thing about experience added, nice. Diablo has this, Blizzard games run on everything, including potatoes, but they just don't run on anything very well. But the Voodoo cards, that thing just ran like a champ with that. It was such a fun graphic. It was just a fun game, and it ran so good. But no, back Diablo 2 was actually a very similar situation as Diablo 3. On launch, it was buggy and broken and just wasn't that good of a game. Most people, I don't think, really remember that first year of it, because it was such a trashed game for so long. It took 3 or 4 good patch iterations in 6-7 months, and before it finally started coming around. And the it was. I mean,
really?
It was impossible to play multiplayer in it. I mean, between the bugs and just everything being broken in game, like nothing was balanced, nothing worked right. It was really broken bad. Like worse than Diablo 3. And that's when when Diablo 3 came out and everybody was once the hype originally died and everybody was like, oh, this game is junk, it's completely broken, all that. I was one of those few people sitting around on the forums going, and it'll get fixed. It's Blizzard. I mean, come on. They made Diablo 2. I understand it's not really the same company as it used to be, but they made Diablo 2. They made WoW. These people know what they're doing. You know, give them a chance. And, you know, the hype's coming back, and everybody's getting excited, and I think it'll be just fine. I think this will be a game that'll live on for that 8-10 year mark pretty easy, especially if that late game is going to be truly fixed. It's stuck on the wall, which I think it will be with the adventure mode. Being able to run around, do whatever the hell you want, not have to deal with the story, it's fine for late game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm pretty excited about it. I hope they add more classes at some point beyond the Crusader. I hope that's not the only expansion pack they make, that sort of thing.
At least originally 2 expansions for sure. I'd like to see, Druid-ish. That would be pretty neat. I don't really think we need, assassin rogue-ish, or anything like that. But I could definitely see a shapeshifter of sorts being a pretty cool add.
Well, I think whatever they do, it would have to be
Absolutely.
a dexterity hero. Or no, no, not a dexterity.
you're right,
There's
you're
two.
right.
You have the monk and the demon hunter. You have 2 intelligence, witch
gonna have 2 of
doctor,
everything with the
and the
Crusader.
wizard. So I'd like to see one. I'd like to see one that would just be a vitality.
that's-
Fuck it.
Death Knight. Done.
Yeah. Well, there you
I
go.
mean, realistically, you could.
Uses his own health to cast spells. Has one
kind of that
yeah,
same kind
that'd
of
be interesting.
mid-range attack using both melee and spells. Kind of that mid-range, kind of like the that guy. And I could see that. That'd be pretty neat. It would definitely be different. Well, sir, it's about that time. I think it's a pretty good run so far. I think we can definitely catch up some traction next time. What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah,
That was a good time.
Yeah, I think we
let's
can.
let's do another run.
I think we can talk offline and good set. Alrighty, well, what did you get? Well, let's go. I'm gonna look at loot here real quick and see if I got anything neat besides that epic. I don't think I really did. Not a shield wear. I got a halfway decent shield. Maybe I'll give that to my follower. Yeah.
It's generally
Did you
what I
get
end up
anything even
doing.
remotely cool? Yeah, right.
That set item, the Blackthorn's
On your wizard.
pants. I'm gonna put that on my my
Find
wizard
that epic
tonight.
piece.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
It doesn't
shit.
have
I just
resol and it
noticed
doesn't have
that
sockets.
I
But
got 2 legendaries tonight, actually. I think, unless did you drop a legendary? I got a demon hunter quiver.
no,
I just noticed. Here, I'll put it in the
Cool.
party quick. Oop, damn it. Yeah, it's a low. Maybe I had that. Did I have that? No way I had that. I don't think I had that.
you would
I
have.
just noticed
You would have had to. It's a level 8. Anything
I
that you
must have
pick
had
up
that.
will
I'll
roll
be damned.
level
Okay,
60.
Whatever. Stun enemy for 1 second first time you hit them. Yes, at the moment.
Are you? Are we still broadcasting? Okay. Let me do this real quick. Let me jump on my
Okay.
barbarian. And we can talk about the gear that I have there.
A new ally has joined, but the minions of hell grow stronger.
Alright, let me inspect you real quick. Alright, start with your helmet.
So it's just a part of the Immortal Kings. There's better helmets. If I had a Mempo as one of the legendary helmets, I'd probably be rocking that. But it gives me strength, resol, percent life, critical hit chance. It's got a socket. Reduces damage from melee. Plus it gives me the 3rd set bonus, which reduces more damage from melee.
I heard a dog.
What happened there?
Ally has joined,
My buddy just joined the game.
minions of hell grow stronger.
Main things about the Whirlwind is you can pretty much run it in almost any armor, but it really comes down to the weapons. So I have a weapon with some lifesteal, and I have a belt with some lifesteal, and that basically works as what I used to use as my life on hit. I actually don't have. I only have 312 life on hit. And so right now, unbuffed, I have 136k DPS. Works pretty well. I tear through things.
Yeah, I just have not.
At one point, I wanted to go with the two-hander, but the thing is, the whirlwind is a way of doing a little bit of damage and maintaining my fury. Most of my damage is actually done through rend with the
I
lacerate
get a lot
rune
of
on
damage
it.
from that as well.
Yeah,
Very.
and then berserker when I can, but like I don't even have a basic attack.
Just white damage at that point.
Right, I swing when I'm out of fury just like that, and it's just like regular attack, but that really never happens. I have jump and charge, leap and charge is what creates my fury.
Right on. Alrighty,
So.
well, I am gonna go ahead and we'll see you next time.